Okay, Facers. Hey, guess what? It's Saturday night. I'm in Aliquippa. My wife is actually in New York, and me and Big Neat had our press conference today. But I'm gonna get off the Big Neat in our fight subject right now because every now and then I like to come to you guys with a little bit of knowledge on different things. In today's subject, I'm gonna talk about um, marriages. Husband and wife and marriages and stuff because I go around sometimes. I'm a married man. Me and my wife. I mean, I met like the perfect wife, and I think because of myself and who I am and who I have grown and matured to. But I want to get on the subject when it comes to marriages. How these guys or these men have, you go to meet guys and they say, yeah, I'm married, but I'm on my second or my third wife. And, it just baffles my mind on how you can, be married twice, or someone that they don't want to get married and stuff like that. And it kind of like it like it really plays with me. I kind of wonder when somebody tell me they're on their second wife or that, I just be like, man, what? Like, how? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because I'm like, okay, the Bible states that you find a man find himself a wife, find himself a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. And that's pretty something that I really, really, truly, truly live by. You know, and I see these. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's probably not a day or a day or a week that goes by that I don't see a female that I am like wow, she is a beautiful girl. That doesn't mean or I talk to them. I converse with a lot of females. I'm an outgoing person. Anybody knows me knows me. Yo, for Quan, he's outgoing. He like to joke. He like to play. I grab a girl or I play around with her or something like that. But it's all harmless for me. I just think that's just my character. And my wife understands that I don't violate my wife. I would never, ever, ever, ever violate the covenant. The covenant that God placed over me, and my wife. But I also I wanna touch on this subject about men and they get married and then they get divorced. See, when 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 God presents a wife to you, and presents, when you say, "Yo, God, I'm going to." When you ask that female, "I'm gonna marry this woman," you get on your knee and you ask her, "I'm married." You're actually, you're asking God to, do His will by helping you reach the pinnacle on life that uh, you want to be. And with that being said, you know, there shouldn't be any like divorce. And you say, oh well, and like cheating on your wife, like why even make that when you make that commitment to say, yo, I'm getting married, and you say I'm taking, see, like as an adult, when you're an adult and you make an adult decision as such that's valuable to your to the way God perceives you as an individual on this earth, why even play around with it to either, commit adultery or some, a divorce? Like divorce should be out of the question when you make that commitment. Like, okay, I made this commitment to my wife, right? And And I made this commitment to my wife. I made this commitment to the man up above, to love you, to cherish you, and all the stuff that goes in your vows. But then you say, something happens within your wife, or she ain't treating you right, or she does this, or he does this. Whatever whatever the situation is, whatever you may have will cause you to say, "Oh, I want a divorce," or "I'm getting divorced." Like, yo, you're tripping. Yo, as a man, the men, you are wrong. So whatever your wife go through, or whatever she does, or so far, if she doesn't violate you, and because women are emotional creatures. We as men, we're leaders. We were built to hold ground, and to lead a woman. They supposed to follow. And when you when you make that commitment to say, yo, I'm marrying you, and you get married, like, there's no divorce. There's no such thing as, yo, I'm getting divorced. No, you're playing. You're what you're telling God is that what he went through isn't worth, like, what you're going through with your wife is more than what God went through. What Jesus went through. You know what I'm saying? Where, you seen the movie where he was stoned, and he was, he got hit over. Everything that he went through, all the shackles and stuff on his feet. When you say I'm getting a divorce, because of my wife do this, or my mom, you're telling me you're a weak dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that you divorcing your wife, or you got a divorce and you're on your second marriage or something. Basically, what you're telling me is that you're a weak individual, because whatever you went through with your wife, or whatever whatever happened that you went through as a man with your wife that caused you to divorce, you're telling me that it was more than what Jesus went through, for us. Because, whatever the case is, my wife does this, or she get on your nerves, or I mean, whatever the case is, it should never oversee why you got married, why you said I do. It should never, ever, ever oversee what was the reason for you getting married. Like, believe me, I love my wife. But I found a good woman. She's a great woman. God created that woman for me. I know it for a fact. She created for me. But also, I know that my marriage, my eternal goal, my goal is to get where Jesus, to get with God. I want God to perceive me, to understand that, yo, I am that rock. I am that man. There's nothing that my wife can do or say to me, or have an issue with me that can cause me to either cheat on her, leave her, cause her. I'm a man, so listen. I'm the man. I dictate how my marriage go. I dictate all that. That's my job. I dictate it. If it's an issue, if my wife don't like a certain thing that I do, or a certain way I'm acting, or a certain thing that when she addressed it, it's two things you can do. You can either cause a conflict in your marriage, and cause a conflict in your marriage, or you can make the adjustments. Real men make the adjustments for their woman, because it's really not that serious. Whatever it is, I guarantee you, it's really not that serious, which can cause you to lose your covenant. See, and a lot of people, when a lot of men, when y'all get married, y'all feel like, yo, I'm marrying this woman. Yeah, my wife. I married. My wife is very great woman. She's really a great woman. But I didn't actually marry my wife. I married that covenant that God placed above me. So when you can visualize that, and visualize the goal down the long haul, your goal, and where you want to be at, and how you want to be perceived as a man, you will never jeopardize that. You know what I mean? Because that covenant, that covenant, that goal, that means more to you than the actual marriage itself. So no, I would never violate my wife. No, I see women, I talk to them, I say hi, or but I'm never gonna cross that boundary to violate my wife. There's not one woman can say, "Yo, I crossed that boundary," and I cross that boundary to really try to hit on them or be with them or take them out or just try to show them any type of affection in that type of manner. There's not one. There's not one woman since I got married. Not one. There's no woman that holds a candle to my wife. There's none. And it's not because of my wife. It's because believe me, I love my wife, and yeah, but it's the main thing is that covenant of God, that covenant above on how God perceives me. See the result, the result that I get from God knowing, and His strength. I'm strong. I'm a strong individual. Now I'm talking about muscle strong, physically strong. When you can have a man and you can sit me in a room full of butt naked women, and I can tell you, yo, I'm a look. That's just that's the nature of me being a man. But I'm not gonna violate my covenant because okay, I'm not gonna violate my covenant with me reaching the plateau of my life that I need to reach to, or how God perceive me, or because that's not that's just not that's not in my character. That's not gonna happen, and there's no reason why I would even make that kind of commitment to do so. So when a guy tell me, yo, you got a divorce, like, yo, dude, like, man, you tripping. You really should. Basically, you telling me, when you say I got a divorce, you're telling me what Jesus went through. You got a divorce for whatever situation it was with your wife. If whatever situation it was, long as you, long as I know, I mean, whatever situation it was, you tell me you got a divorce from your wife, basically you telling me that God, what Jesus went through wasn't more than what you went through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel like when somebody tell me, yo, yeah, I'm on my second marriage. So I'm like, I look at them, and in my head I'm saying, oh, okay. But I mean, I'm not gonna violate them and not speak to them no more. I'm not looking down on them as an individual, but I'm just saying that reflects on the side of maturity that they at to me. I'm like, okay, you got a divorce. You on your second marriage? Okay, that shows me the maturity level of them, because there's no reason on earth that a man can marry a woman, get on his knees and marry a woman, and then tell that woman, he want a divorce. There shouldn't be no reason. No reason. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, there's always an answer. Oh, she act like this, or she did this, or she cheated on me, or she did this. Find the answer. As a man, you don't be weak. You're not. If you're not no weak man, you find the answer. Find the answer to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And you're not making it. You're not making it work because, oh, I'm making it work, or because not necessarily saying, yo, I love her. Okay, you could be in love with her, but you're making it work. You're trying to make it work to find. You want to get that covenant from God. That's the reason you want that covenant. You want that covenant because God doesn't make mistakes. You wouldn't have married her from the first time. From the first time you seen her, you wouldn't have said I do to her if it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? God does. It doesn't work like that. You don't make mistakes. And women are emotional creatures, so you can't tell me no man. If you're a man and you're any kind of man with some kahunas, and you're a real man, it's a woman's nature to follow. They were created to follow. follow. You know what I'm saying? So it's their job to follow. So you telling me, basically what you telling me is that, yo, I'm divorcing her because you were too weak to lead. That's what you're telling me, dude. You're telling me you're too weak. You're too weak to lead. So you went and found you went and tried to recreate another covenant. You know, you violated your first covenant that God placed